On today's episode of the Cryptoverse. Having spent some time reflecting over the Christmas period, I've decided to make some changes to the Cryptoverse. And if I don't make a dedicated video about it, I know I'll just get a ton of questions, people asking, why have you made changes, what's going on, yada yada. So I'm going to address that directly with no distractions. So that's what I'd like to talk about in this video, and then I'll do a long form live stream later today where I'll whip through lots of different news stories, and that's going to become a regular feature for Fridays, okay? And today's episode is brought to you by Vaultoro, the one-of-a-kind online exchange where you can instantly trade between gold and Bitcoin. There are many advantages to Vaultoro, including their Glass Books protocol, where you can audit their gold reserves regularly. The gold is fully insured, and also they have a referral scheme. So if you sign up with Vaultoro, you can actually earn gold and Bitcoin, just like I'm going to do with this sponsorship slot, by getting yourself a dedicated referral link. And this is what your gold holdings and your Bitcoin holdings look like inside a Vaultoro account, and you can switch effortlessly between one and the other. So sign up for a free Vaultoro account today by clicking on the link in the video description below. Hi there guys, welcome to the latest episode of the Cryptoverse, your regular dose of news and commentary on Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, and blockchains. I'm your host, Chris Coney. Now, believe it or not, I actually make a concerted effort not to blow my own trumpet. Right? I don't have a perfect track record in this regard, but trust me when I say that I put effort into holding my tongue whenever I feel like explicitly pointing out something good about myself or what I do. And the reason I do that is because I don't want to be seen or come across as arrogant. Again, I'm not perfect, and even some arrogance slips into my shows from time to time, but I still think it's important to get a balance between that and giving yourself credit where it's due, right? So on this occasion, I'm going to point out that I started doing this. Here, look. The first episode was April the 11th, 2016. So coming up to 2 years now. That was when many other crypto podcasts and crypto YouTube channels were just a twinkle in their creator's eye. When I started the Cryptoverse, there was only really this, the Let's Talk Bitcoin network, and maybe a couple of other shows that I don't think even exist anymore. Suffice to say, I'm an OG relatively in this game. Now that proves that I did not get into this for the money, because back then there was no money in it, absolutely none. I sunk money into this for more than a year before it generated any revenue at all. And now what we see are, channels, YouTube channels, podcasts starting up and becoming profitable within months. That's kind of what happened in 2017. There was this explosion in cryptocurrencies and in the market caps, and a similar sized explosion in the number of podcasts and YouTube channels being created and then creating content. Remember though, that by that time, I'd already been busting my ass for more than a year creating content and losing thousands of pounds in the process to keep it going. And I did that because I had a mission and a purpose, right? So when I saw brand new channels appearing, featuring hosts with little to no experience in any relevant discipline like computer science or economics or philosophy, stuff that I'd spent 10 years studying prior to getting into this game, and when I saw those channels quickly overtaking mine in terms of views and subscribers, that's when my ego kicked in big style. So long story short, that's when I decided to go from the podcasting show format, where like this, I just talk over my screen, and I used to get rave reviews for this format, to be honest. I went from that to using a camera and showing my face. Now, I did that because I thought that was why my channel was lagging behind all of the newcomers, right? And the faster they were growing and the further out ahead they pulled from my numbers, the more anxious I got about it, right? Now, that is where I made a critical mistake. At that point, I turned my attention away from what made my channel great in the first place, the content, and turn my attention towards the channel metrics themselves, right? Now, what's dumb about that is that I can't affect the numbers directly. I can't affect the numbers by focusing on them, right? The number of subscribers and the number of viewers, that's a side effect of putting out good content, right? So by forgetting to make the content the number one priority, that actually stifled the numbers, I believe, long term, and manifested the exact opposite of what I intended, right? Meanwhile, these other channels just focus on putting out good content, and they saw the growth of their channels absolutely skyrocket. I'm thinking particularly about things like the Cryptoverse YouTube channel, which, as you can see here, was created on the 28th of August 2017, 4 months ago, and now has over 110,000 subscribers. Or take Box Mining, joined on the 23rd of February 2017 and has over 131,000 subscribers. Now, with respect, it's easy for you to sit there and give me some kind of glib response or comment saying, Chris, the numbers don't matter, because by the time Box Mining came along, for example, I'd already been busting my ass creating content for a year, contributing to the community, right? For nothing in return. Now, don't get me wrong here. I'm not taking anything away from Box Mining or Crypto Investor. I'm actually saying it's the quality of their content that's been the source of their success. And to be honest, these two guys in particular do bring a lot to the table. They did have some pre-existing expertise before they started their channels, right? Michael from Box Mining is experienced in computer game production and design, and he has a great perspective on that. That's the lens that he brings to cryptocurrencies. And then Mr. Crypto Investor, which I'm not sure what his name is, he's clearly had some training and experience in stock trading, and he's bringing those insights to the cryptocurrency markets as well. But what I'm really trying to communicate here is the emotional state that I got into and how that led my behavior into a somewhat, let's call it, dysfunctional direction, right? And yes, I would say the numbers do matter in a sense that they tell me how many people I'm reaching, right? And that matters when, you, like me, you have a mission and a purpose, right? Anyway, what was ironic is that going to all of that trouble and expense of like setting up a video studio with a green screen, you know, the camera, the lighting and all that sort of stuff, it actually made little to no difference to the numbers. And it just ended up burning up a load of time, a load of money, and especially the time that could have otherwise been spent making better content, right? Now, when I realized that during my reflections over the Christmas break, I thought, that's it. I'm going back to what I know works for me, right? I'm going back to what made my content great in the first place, right? This really comes down to my own self-discovery, right? I now get that 80% of the value that I provide comes from my voice and not my face. It's critically important as a content creator to know what kind of content creator you are, right? For example, I'm not as tall and handsome as Ivan on Tech. I'm not as charming as Amanda B. Johnson. And I'm not as cool as Omar Bam, right? So I should not try to be. That's really the key thing I've been missing here. Because that just distracts. It distracts me from doing what no one else can beat me at, which is being Chris Coney. Right? The truth is, the reason I keep avoiding that, you know, just being who I am, and the reason I believe we all avoid being ourselves is because we don't feel that's going to be good enough. So I looked at other channels and I tried to emulate what they were doing in order to keep up with their numbers, only really to fool myself, full of stress chemicals, and actually stifle the growth of the Cryptoverse community at the end of the day. Well, no more, my dear viewers, is what I say. For the next phase of the Cryptoverse, I intend to do the podcast style, which is, you know, voice over the screen like I used to, and I'll be doing that like Monday to Thursday. And then on Friday's episode, I'm going to turn that into a live stream with me on camera once a week, where that'll give us the opportunity to do Q&A, for me to respond to good questions that come in the comments throughout the week, and then round up anything else that I didn't get time to cover in the 4 videos during the week, right? I'm also no longer going to force myself to put out a video every single day. Again, that would be numbers focused, right? 5 days a week, 5 videos. That's all numbers focused, right? not content and quality focused. If I don't think I have something valuable to say on any given day, then I now categorically refuse to put out a video on that day, right? We've tried it the other way, right? Just by putting out a video no matter what every day. That hasn't worked for me, so that's got to change, right? So to sum up the changes, number 1, Monday to Thursday will be podcast style with screen recording and a voiceover. Number 2, Friday will be the weekly live stream episode for up to an hour. And I'm probably going to do that around 1 p.m. GMT. That will be a specific number that I will stick to, right? If I pick 1 p.m. GMT on a Friday, barring any sort of extreme circumstances, every week on a Friday, 1 p.m. GMT, that will be when the show goes live for up to an hour. Number 3, the schedule is no longer guaranteed because, as I've always said, the Cryptoverse is your regular dose of news and commentary. It's never been your daily dose, right? Never officially, anyway, even if I have been putting it out on a daily basis. Now, the chances are 99% of the time I will put out a video every day. I'm just saying that that's a bonus. It's no longer a promise, okay? And number 4, I'm not going to upload videos when I'm not happy with the quality. And I'm only going to upload them when I am happy with the quality. I'm confident that what I have to say is valuable. And more importantly, when I'm in a sufficiently energetic mood. Otherwise, it'll just come across in my voice and have nowhere near the impact that it needs to have to boost cryptocurrency adoption and bring about the kind of freedom that you and I and everyone else wants in this world. So that's all I've got to say for today, people. As always, you can go to the... What do I usually say in the outro? Thanks very much for joining me today, guys. If you like this episode, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you're new around here, get subscribed. If you would like access to my very best material, such as my structured online courses, which will teach you things like how to make and save money with Bitcoin, check out my website, cryptoversity.com, click on courses, and you'll see all the courses that I have available for you. Also, make sure you follow me on Steemit. It's steemit.com/@marketingmonk. The reason you want to come over to Steemit to make your comments and ask your questions is because you can earn cryptocurrency by doing so. Like yesterday's episode, we had 30 good comments here, and here we go. I've recognized this person. The Monetary Few is their username, and they made a great comment. So if I hit the upvote button on their comment, they got 99 cents worth of rewards so far, and now they've got $11.60 because I've just added a good $11 or a good $10 onto their rewards there for that good comment. So if you want to come and give us your best comments on Steemit for today's episode or any previous episode, then I will read it, consider upvoting it, and then you can earn some money, and everyone in the community can earn some money. Also remember to check out dadaSuccessAcademy.com because my first ever one-day crypto investing workshop is coming to London live on Saturday the 10th of February. There are only a dozen places because this is a real, intense, hand-holding, one-to-one sort of crypto investing workshop with me where I'll help you step by step in the workshop, set up everything you need to walk out there confident that you can start investing in cryptocurrencies. You'll be given your own hardware wallet. We'll help you set it up. We'll help you back it up, show you how to use it, show you where to find investment opportunities, the whole nine, right? Because it's so intense, that's why there's only a dozen places. So get yourself over to dadaSuccessAcademy.com, click on Crypto Workshop, and consider coming to that. Alrighty then, guys. Whoops, where am I going here? That's all for today. Well, I'll be back later on today with the first ever 2008 live stream, which is going to be the regular thing. So until then, it's me, Chris Coney, saying bye for now.